Hi guys, Vincent Loo here once again. Does Bitcoin expert relies on mining rewards to sustain itself? This begs the question, what happens when all the Bitcoins is mined? So if you haven't subscribed already, please press that subscribe button and support me always. And I'll make free and insightful cryptocurrency videos every week. So let's talk about what will happen when all the Bitcoins is mined. Let's talk about that. If you haven't watched how Bitcoin's halving works, please click on this link here above or in the description below. Right, Bitcoin is like digital gold where its value is derived from scarcity and utility. Like traditional gold was used for cosmetic or industrial application, whereas Bitcoin serves as a decentralized cryptocurrency transfer network. However, gold doesn't rely on continuous production. Right? It's either discovered or mined traditionally. Whereas Bitcoin creates over time by the Bitcoin miners receiving the rewards for validating Bitcoin's blocks. When will the last Bitcoin be mined? If you Google when will the last Bitcoin be mined, it will show the year 2140. However, a closer examination reveals that Bitcoin's halving intervals are not exactly 4 years. The actual duration is slightly shorter. Based on historical data, it demonstrates that these intervals are consistently been less than 4 years, and here are the dates of the past halving cycles. As you can see, the intervals between the halvings are approximately 3 years and 4 months. Right? It's not a full 4 years. Consequently, this discrepancy suggests that the final Bitcoin may be mined much sooner, potentially around the end of 2078, and let's hope that we are still around to witness that moment. The end of Bitcoin mining rewards doesn't mean the collapse of the Bitcoin's network. It's because Bitcoin miners actually receive two forms of compensation processing the transactions, which are the newly minted Bitcoin and the transaction fee. If all the Bitcoin is mined, the transaction fee will increase to compensate the Bitcoin's miners. Right? These compensations are provided to cover the high operation costs associated with processing the transaction fee, which requires large amount of computing power and consume a lot of electricity. However, this would not be sustainable as the Bitcoin's limited transactions output will pose a challenge for Bitcoin miners to get a lot of transaction fee. So how do we keep the network going? Right, if you look at the year that Bitcoin is halving ended, which is 2078, in that year when the last Bitcoin will be mined, that year seems to be very far ahead in the future. Do you agree? That time, we might even have flying cars, space travel that does not sound like a dream anymore, technology innovation, energy efficiencies, and green energy. We could ensure the continuous Bitcoin's mining profitability with all this innovation, right? If the mining ceases to exist and the rewards cease, right, with cheap energy sources and improved hardware, the transaction fees alone might be just sufficient enough to cover the miner's operation costs. So let's pray that the humanity will reach there much sooner than expected and produce all this innovation for us. Today, many entities, both private and public, are already holding significant amounts of Bitcoin. For example, companies like MicroStrategies are already heavily invested in Bitcoin. Additionally, ETFs, right, such as the BlackRocks, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust holds already have a significant amount of Bitcoins in their reserve. As for the public sector, right, the governments already have, and the banks are already saying that they want to hold like Bitcoins in their reserve. For instance, El Salvador's already made Bitcoins a legal tender and holds a significant reserve for it. As more entities continue to embrace Bitcoin, its role in the financial ecosystems is likely to grow even further. With public and private entities holding Bitcoins, they have a common interest in maintaining the Bitcoin's network integrity. Institutions may subsidize Bitcoin's miner and give out incentives or even engage Bitcoin mining themselves to secure the continuation of the mining's operation. could the maximum supply be changed? Technically, it's possible to change the Bitcoin's maximum supply of 21 million coins. Right? The 21 million coin is integrated into the Bitcoin's design, right? Preventing inflation and making it like a digital gold. Therefore, any change would require an overwhelming majority agreement from the entire Bitcoin's community, like the miners, developers, the users, and the businesses. History already shows how difficult consensus is in Bitcoin. In 2017, a proposal to increase Bitcoin's block size led to a split, creating the Bitcoin Cash and later Bitcoin SV. And I will not touch that. This illustrates that the community is very resistant to significant changes. The idea of increasing Bitcoin's supply might ensure natural continuation of operation and miners' incentive, but never in a trillion world would those consensus be fixed, because a fixed supply is a core principle that gives Bitcoin's value. In conclusion, increasing Bitcoin's supply is theoretically possible, and it would need a unanimous consensus in the community. Given the strong attachment to the 21 million cap, such a change would remain impossible for now, and I'll do everything in my power to prevent that shit. So, Bitcoin's future is still very stable. While the challenge exists, innovation in technology, economics, and the government may ensure its longevity. As cryptocurrency continues to evolve, Bitcoin's role as a store of value assets remains important. And as the leading coin in the cryptocurrency world, I will always support Bitcoin and make sure that it will always operate. So if you guys found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!